Hi guys, welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for Mary and Jane. Stay with us.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Cause I got Hi guys. You have to go low. Hi guys, welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for Mary and Jane. We're talking episode 6, YouCube.
YouCube.
Yeah, YouCube. YouCube. What did you guys think of this episode?
I kind of liked it. I mean, I'm happy that we're getting to see their personalities a little bit more. Paige, I think, with the boys is a little much, especially with that app. It killed me, but it literally killed me. But
yeah, real quick, let's just introduce ourselves. My name is Jennifer Leone. You can find me on all social media outlets at Jennifer Leone TV.
Hey guys, I'm Maddie Makely, and you can find me on all my socials at Maddie_Makely.
Hey everyone, I'm Abigail Fraher, and you can find me on all my social media at Abigail Fraher.
Hi guys, I'm Ava Hill, and you can find me on Instagram at the Ava Hill, and that's it.
We almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, so...
And then the whole Jordan thing with the weed. She's always the one going out on the runs, so I'm always confused if Paige is even selling weed with her, actually. You know what I mean? Just because, I mean, she is obviously, but...
Paige is just a freeloader.
She is a freeloader. Great description. What do you think, though?
I could never be friends with Paige.
Really? Why is that? Why do you think
She's so annoying with the boys. Like, she's boy crazy, and I can't. Like, every conversation with her is about boys, I feel like. Everything comes back around to boys.
No, her world kind of
revolves around boys. Like, she wants a man so bad. It's just like, that's all she can think about. She needs to get one so she can, like, find other things to think about.
Well, she kind of does find one in this one.
Well, yeah.
Slightly there.
No, a real
Almost
one.
there.
It was like almost real. That was really weird though. But yeah, so they buy a wall of weed and they buy it in bulk. It's this Harry Potter Hufflepuff.
Also, for like how poor they say they are, like how do they afford that much weed? That's what I want to know.
It was swag. Shitty weed.
Oh my god.
Bad weed.
Did they say that
I
in the
think
show?
so. I
Well,
know their friend, or not their friend, Bentley says how bad the weed is because I guess he's a really good big weed
But wait,
person.
did you know that word?
Yeah.
Is that a real
swag? Swag?
I just heard
Swag?
that. Swag. Swag.
Spell it.
Swag?
S-H-W-A-G. S-H-W-A-G.
We just have a spelling bee instead of an after show.
Yeah, right.
I know,
All
right?
these new words.
I like that.
Well, it's like not really great, but as you get it, I would imagine that it would get worse. So, and they mention that later. I don't understand from a business standpoint because usually Jordan and Paige are so focused on like the business side, and Paige I think maybe was distracted and was just like, all right, thinking about some other guy. But yeah, so and then they start talking. Well, they're going through ideas and how to sell this big wall of weed, and they talk about social media influencers, which is a huge deal, especially in LA and well, I guess the world. It's really big. They make so much money and bring so much awareness to brands. So I mean, it's smart. But then Paige sees a little pop-up for Prince. What do you guys think of that?
So funny. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I'm not. The thing is with her, I'm not surprised that she did this at all.
Not surprising.
It's a funny comparison, I feel like, to Tinder because she was on it literally all the time, and like for Tinder, I feel like people are on it all the time. Like I did have it when I first moved out here, and it was like, I can't go to bed till I like swipe. Which way is yes? Which way is it's been so long since I've been on it. Is it to the right? That's you like someone. I was like, I can't go to bed till I like swipe right one more time, and like you get like addicted to it, and then I don't know. I feel like that's what it was for her.
My favorite part was the closure. I love that.
Oh my god!
So like the real life experience.
Yes. Like
you
closure.
can pay this much.
Yeah, you can pay this much for closure. Do you know how much money I would spend on closure?
That's like my key attribute. That
Well, it was cheap. So I mean, it was $3.99. If you wanted him to get STDs, then it was $39.99.
Right, but I would pay more than $3.99 for closure in a relationship.
Chase would be calling me every day, like, Trick, you need to stop closing stuff, okay? if you
overdrafted on closure.
Right. If you can't successfully open something, just don't open it at all, so you don't have to spend on closing anything. I'd spend so much money. I need that in real life.
Well, she didn't know that it was going to lead to the money. That came like way later.
That
because
came when she was already into it and super into him, and then all of a sudden it's like
Pop-ups.
you owe $35 for closure.
So, like, what is he just on the app, or does he actually come? Like,
I think
in
it's all
real
fake. It has to be fake.
life?
I think the way I saw it was that he's basically getting paid to like be on his phone in like this little probably like studio and being like, yeah, like actually listening to her. But I think he's getting like paid to do it.
So you think it's a real person?
Well, just because like the way he
Well, it
reacted
is
to
a real
everything-
person, but I feel like he
Well, like, I think
he's
he's
on the
actually
app.
there.
Yeah.
Do you think it was like recorded?
No, I think that he was real, but like I was wondering, is this just an app, or does he actually, because you kind of put this man together, does he actually come in, like, is it in an actual let's meet up and date?
Oh,
Does he just
wow.
say,
I don't think so. I don't think it's ever like. I don't think they're ever gonna have physical time.
so then why would you do all that?
I thought it was the exact opposite, where like this person wasn't even a real, like I thought it was a robot.
he's real.
Because the way he said Paige, he's like Paige.
Paige. Yeah, fill in the blank.
I think he's a real person, but I don't think he has
it's a
those real
person.
like attributes. I think he's supposed to act that like what she's paying for. He's supposed to act because you could tell like he didn't act that way.
is that?
I thought it was like a spin-off of like people's profiles on like Match.com and stuff. Like you sound so perfect, and then you meet them, and you're like, fuck.
I like mashed potatoes, so I like men who are comfort to me.
but like it was funny how they got like I don't know.
So wait, so would you guys spend money on this if he can
Hell
never?
no.
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 It's just funny. I think it's funny how in the beginning she's like, stupid. Like, this is so dumb. And
So
then
dumb.
she's like, whoa, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but I
listening to
mean,
me,
if you can remember the quote that got her to turn around, it's kind of cheesy when he was like, "Oh, when you do that thing with your nose," and she
like,
turned
"Oh,
around and she was like, "Oh, let me pay attention."
And I was like, wait, did she even do anything?
Right. That would be the reason I would delete it. I would like this is
a little
lame.
weird.
Okay, this is
fucking-
weird. Don't compliment me on what I do with my nose. It's lame.
I thought he was just like saying that in general, like because everyone does something different with their nose, I guess. So I
Even that
really,
app got sick of her.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's why I was
how
like-
deep of you, Abby. Even the app got sick of her.
crazy.
She is crazy.
Paige is crazy.
I love how he's with another girl and he's like,
Yeah.
give us a message.
Oh my God. Well, so we covered that app because that comes full circle when the girl comes in and then tries to make her jealous, and then she does get jealous because at the end of it, she pays for him to get an STD.
She does.
She pays. She's like, ching.
Okay, so do you know how many? You know how like petty women are? If that was a real life thing,
There would be no STD-free men in the world.
there would be. Yeah,
Women
Yeah.
are petty.
yeah. They
There would
really.
be a lot. I think it's kind of interesting how she was at some kind of restaurant and she's looking around at all the girls on their phones and she's like, we're just like everyone else. And it's like, no, you're not.
No, wait, but I
they kind
see.
of are in the same way.
Yeah, they're kind of the same way.
But that's so sad. That's sad.
I know that everyone's just on their phones and not paying attention
is-
to like
it's sad,
real
totally.
life.
That's I mean, that's sadly real life, though. You know. I mean, yeah.
Well, thanks, Steve Jobs.
I love the sound effects.
I know. I'm very, active today. So anyway, let's move on to Bentley, who's that I don't know, outrageous kind of guy who's standing outside of this, again, another
I was
LA
dying.
place where you can go to the beach, but why go there? Because everyone can get in there. So
I was cracking up.
They made their own.
Yeah, that was so funny.
it was really, really funny.
It was like Echo Park Beach Club. Like, ew.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's accurate. That's accurate.
I actually didn't realize that until you said it.
really was.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Like, can you picture going to Echo Park to hang out on a hot summer day?
No. No, I'm grossed out by
I can't
the
even
thought
talk.
of that.
I can't even. I
No.
have no
Like,
comment on this one.
I
I
know
just
Echo
don't.
Park's cool on a day like today where it's like breezy.
I just.
like,
I don't know. I don't even think I've ever been there.
It's like really like hipster.
Oh, it's a real thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a real place in California.
Why not Echo Park? But
Oh, but not the beach thing.
Oh, I was like,
no.
No.
Okay.
No, this is all made up. Like
But I
toast.
do
Am I missing
feel,
something?
I feel
Or
like,
manna.
I feel like I get them on some level because like there's days where I'm like, I would love to go to the beach, and it's like when I first moved here, I went to the beach every weekend, like every spare second.
Really?
Like I was driving out to the beach, and I'm like, I haven't been to the beach in like 9 months because it's so far. It's like
It's far.
40 minutes. I'm like, why do that when I can go to my pool?
Right. Well, I mean, I guess that's what Mason thought.
Yeah.
When he was sitting. So let's move on to Mason. So they found a social media guy. They're going through all social medias, and they found Mason, who was eating garbage, and I had to like look away. And was that him, or was that a different guy? Or that was a different guy.
Yeah.
And then they found him who does the cube. So he,
I was like, I hope that wasn't Mason.
I had to look away. So
I don't think it was. I think he's just like some
other social media. They were like going through
19-year-old kid.
influencers, and it's so funny because it's so true. Like there's influencers that do the wackest stuff that you're like, how?
Noticed. Yeah.
I had to look away though.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know what his face looks like, because I
was
just
gross.
it was really
Yeah,
gross.
that was gross.
But I mean, anyone would do anything for, I guess, views.
Attention.
And this guy, Mason, gets $5 million. He's 19 years old, and he just sits and plays video games, and his body's like memory foam.
He's like super.
memory foam. Your fingers are still there.
He's just like the way they showed him being so socially awkward. Like I don't even think that was exaggerated for actual gamers.
No.
He's like, the beach. Let's go to the beach.
Right. And she's like, you're 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Again, like I think it taps into like you like miss out on like just normal activities when you're so self-absorbed in like technology. Technology is awesome. I mean, he has $5 million, but
Doing what?
made $5 million. But you miss out on like everyday experiences.
It's not living life.
Yeah. Like the ice cream.
I don't know, for $5 million.
I'll stay in my room.
I might have to stay in my room. I'm sorry.
But like,
I'm
with
sorry.
$5 million, at least move out of your parents' house. Like, I don't know if he's in his. I guess they never clarified that.
Wait,
but
I
it's,
thought
like,
it was.
seemed like that.
I thought it was a big mansion.
Oh, is it his mansion?
Well, they made
okay.
it seem like that, but then they went to his bedroom, and
I
I'm
know,
like, this
and
is
I
his
thought-
bedroom.
She even was like some 12-year-old kid, and he's like, I'm 19. Like,
Right.
You literally
Act like
seem
you're
12.
Yeah.
Right. And he goes to the beach, and he's just like overwhelmed with everything.
Puking everywhere.
Yeah.
Happiness and pure
was
joy.
so
That was so gross.
Meets a
And
girl. No, it was really, really gross.
And Jordan, like
again,
everyone gets attached to Jordan. It's so funny.
Yeah, she
and
just
she
has
don't-
that personality.
Yeah.
And she's always like, no feelings. Just, I'm surprised I'm surprised she didn't have sex with him. Like at some point, to be honest.
Good
just
point.
because she's been screwing everyone.
She has
and
the
out of
track
nowhere,
record.
like someone wants
been
her.
screwing
still.
everybody.
She's been screwing everyone. And then this guy wants her and announces her as his boyfriend. And she's like, no.
Yeah, right?
No,
that
I
was
don't know,
weird.
that was weird.
Well,
That was really
being
weird.
so young.
Yeah.
And he was
Hey.
at. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, you leave your house.
Yeah, I know.
So you're good. A 19-year-old that doesn't leave. And his whole 2 years of being a business, what were you saying? Like doing business or whatever? I don't know. Either way, he ends up wearing the Mary and Jane brand. They have to get it fixed first because it was Gary and Jane. What do you guys think though about just like social? Why can't I talk? Social media influencers though in something like this that's so controversial. I mean, is it controversial? Isn't it? What's your opinion on that?
What do you mean by that?
Like Mary and Jane, it's a marijuana brand,
okay,
and it's something that's not even really connected to gaming.
I feel like you see influencers all the time doing stuff that's so unrelated to their actual brand because it's like payment. And I feel like nowadays too, like weed just isn't like hyped up to what it used to be. Like I feel like it's not really even considered a drug anymore. It's just like
Right.
medicinal, yeah.
Right.
Everyone felt more bad and mysterious when it was illegal.
Yeah.
Like 100% illegal, and then we're like,
But see,
we're
I feel
sneaky.
like people feel that way if they don't live here or
Yeah.
if
Right.
they don't live in like New York. Because other places, I feel like people kind of think,
But still, they're still really cool if they smoke weed out in
yeah,
public.
like it's still a really big deal. Whereas here, even it's a little more uptight even in New York versus here. I mean, here it's so. People are just so open about. I mean, people walk
Totally.
down the street and they're smoking it. Whereas, in the city, it's not as open. And then there are other places that still have that like, this is marijuana, like that mentality. You know what I mean?
like
true.
Until
Omaha,
it's-
Nebraska.
right. Until it's legal, like everywhere. I feel like it still has that.
That's true.
That bad.
I feel like Los
Right.
Angeles was like the test to see how people would react to legalize marijuana, and like Colorado
Yeah.
and stuff, So I feel like that's where it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I did say earlier that it wasn't connected to gaming, but I guess it is because that's how.
Did you hear that line when he's like, "No one watches this, not stoned"?
I just thought of that.
I was like, totally, because I could totally see myself just being like watching blocks. And just being like, whoa, like that was sick.
And
because me now watching blocks, I'm not gonna.
We're not entertained. That's not going to do anything. But Jordan said, "Oh, go ahead and flip the boxes and do whatever you do," and she was doing the exercises with him. Yeah.
Finger massage and whatnot. Yeah.
Right, and that's what made Mason think that they were together.
And the
memory foam body.
That was so funny. She was like,
oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
When she did that, I was like, no, now because you saw a look on his face and he's like, ooh, I like that.
I think she needed to like say something to just tell him how to be a normal person in society.
Yeah.
The minute he took his pants off at the beach,
that was so random too. I was like, what?
It's to show that he doesn't know society. Like, he just doesn't know how to function.
He's like, oh, isn't this what you do at the beach? And she's like, no.
Do you think that that's actually a reality, like a slow coming reality, that people just won't know how to function in actual life because we're just all just digested into our...
I don't know, maybe.
I hope not.
I hope it doesn't get like that. There's a movie on that.
No, I've already heard people complain about how we just don't, everyone's so into
we don't know, like our generation, I feel like doesn't know how to socialize.
They don't know how to
either.
socialize. They don't know how to have actual phone conversations and, because we're just so used to, we'll just tweet each other or, you know. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of bad at like phone conversations now because I'm
get a Twitter, Ava.
I'm so now that I'm nervous to get a Twitter only because I don't have that much to say. But when it comes to technology, I'm not a phone person anymore. I'm just text me. I'll call you if it's really important, but otherwise,
I mean, I guess that's how things are.
That's how things are now. So it's
And if a guy calls, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why are you what do you
how can I
call
help
me
you?
for? How can I help you?
I'm so different. I like I FaceTime everyone.
No, see that
I'm gonna FaceTime you. My sister's like, you're weird. I'm at work.
See, do not FaceTime me. When a guy FaceTimes me, that is the ultimate no. Listen, when it's 11 o'clock and I have my do-rag on and I'm asleep and I have no makeup on, don't FaceTime
Is it purple?
me.
Is it purple?
It's black.
Because the color purple bothers
Oh my gosh,
the owl. And it attacks his head, Mason's head.
That was a nice segue.
That was
brilliant.
Yes!
No, but that was hilarious. Then when he got attacked by the owl.
And come through, lead host.
That was it. No.
Yes.
So thank you guys, though. We wanted to talk about this that we have here, sitting here, the elephant in the room. It is called... It was just sitting here, and we didn't talk about it at first.
I've been looking at this all show.
Right.
Because I'm like,
better.
BeautyCon box, okay? So inside this BeautyCon box, it folds out like this. Yeah, we get all these types of presents. Oh, wait, hold on. I just want to set it up pretty. So it's $150 worth of products for $30. So each box is, it's created by a beauty genius. So you save $20 if you sign up for the annual payment plan. And with the annual payment plan, you pay the total cost for the entire year of boxes. So you get this constantly, and it's just like a flat rate. So then if you go to beautycon.com/box to sign up for your subscription, you can use the code BOXBUZZ, that's BOXBUZZ, for 20% off your subscription. Oh, and Maddie is modeling this.
No, I actually use this, and it gives you super nice beach waves and everything too. So literally everything for your face, hair.
The red can? Okay.
Yes.
I'm getting
everything. It's just
I'm looking at this blemish clearing.
I know, there's so much good stuff in that box.
Which one?
Yeah, the blemish,
You want this one?
Speaking of influencers, BeautyCon
that looks pretty.
Right. A lot of influencers. Influencers.
And they sponsor us, so please, if you could support them, you get that deal, and you can't get that deal anywhere else just because you're watching this show. So you guys, let's talk about predictions.
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
No, just leave it.
All right. What do we think? What do we think?
What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's pretty like.
Ooh, you think it's going down? It's downhill from here. Abby thinks.
I'm just gonna ride that wave. Like, nothing's really changed. I feel like the whole season, like, I've enjoyed the season, but I feel like there's not been. I'm like ready for something real crazy to happen.
Okay.
I feel like Paige just kind of sticks with Paige.
Okay.
I feel like we haven't seen her character develop very much. I don't think but I think Jordan's we've seen develop a lot.
That's true.
I don't know. Jordan's a lot softer now than she was. I think in the beginning she was a lot harsher.
Well, they did have weed pranks in the very, very end, like the last clip, and they were together there.
Yeah.
So, but you're right.
Are you favoriting Jordan, Abby?
I do favorite her a little bit. I don't know. Paige never bothered me until this episode. This is the only episode, and I think it's just because she was like so obsessed with the technological man.
And also probably because they weren't really together that much in this episode. And I thought, I'll go into my prediction.
I like them together, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that they would grow together throughout the show and just like build it to be even bigger.
It's a hit of plateau, I think, to their business.
Right. Even though they got 500 more followers and 40, I think it was like 40 new orders or something because of the influence. But I don't know. I thought that they would get together. And now that you say that, I'm like, wow. And then you see what happens next week where they separate. I don't know if that's permanent, but it might be.
I think also you're annoyed because I feel you on that just because this is probably like the there's been 6 episodes where she's gushing over a dude again. So I think we've just like, we get it by now, and we're just all like, okay, Paige, like, we get it. Like, go find a man by now, like, or at least like go find a hobby or something, or something, or I don't know. But yeah, I see what you mean too. I thought their business would grow a lot more. I thought they would sell all that weed by this episode when we saw the preview for last week. Yeah,
like the end of it.
Yeah. Or like when we saw the previews last week for this episode, I was like, oh, they're gonna sell that like somehow. And I mean, they didn't.
That's true.
But I don't know. I hope they do. I hope this episode kind of goes further with it, just because I want to see that wall of weed again. And see it gone.
You want to see that wall of weed.
I want to see it.
You want to see that wall of weed.
What do you think?
I'm gonna have to side with Abby here. I'm just gonna like ride the wave. I want something to happen. I'm tired of my prediction being, oh, they're just gonna be 2 young girls in LA and they're gonna grow together and their friendship's gonna get stronger and they're gonna sell all this weed and I need like.
Let's get crazy.
I need something. I need something to
yeah.
happen. Like I need there to be some. I want to watch the episode and be off of my chair by the end of it, thinking, "Oh my goodness, what's going to happen next?" And I'm not feeling like that right now.
Okay.
But I would also like for Paige to not be so boy crazy because that's a tad annoying. So I would like for that to happen in the next episode. But we'll.
Now I'm also thinking like back to when I was like 19.
You were boy crazy?
And I feel like, not boy crazy, I've never been boy crazy, but I feel like it was like, oh, this week, like, oh, he's cool. Like, next week is like, oh, he's cool. Like, but, so I feel like maybe that's, it's comparable to the audience, which I didn't think about, but yeah.
Well, let's see what happens next week.
Yes.
Yeah. It'll definitely be different. But stay with us next week. I'm Jennifer Leone, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jennifer Leone TV.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and thank you to Beautycon as well, one of our sponsors.
Yes,
I'm
girl.
Madison Makely, and you can find me on all my socials at Maddie_Makely.
Have a good night, everyone, and you can follow me on all my social at Abigail Fraher.
Thanks for watching. My name is Ava Hill, and you can find me at the Ava Hill on Instagram.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.